Hello, Professor SpyraKon here with the third in our series of videos on conspiracy theory and how we are manipulated. I continue with reason number 7. Number 7 is that society has been conditioned to never want to enter into debate with conspiracy theorists. So no one has to be burdened with the tough job of supporting the usually thin case for the official version. The cleverness here is that governments manage to get the public to silently buttress their propaganda for them through conformance and complete lack of opposition. If there were a conspiracy, would that make it easy for them? This apparently proves that our rulers are cleverer than we are, and proves their fitness to rule, if the common people are so easily fooled. Number 8. Just dismiss conspiracy theorists and their theories out of hand and pretend neither deserves any attention at all. And consequently, and this is their big coup, that their viewpoint or salient facts need no logical refutation or rebuttal. Conspiracy deniers are safe there, And that is how they bravely turn and bravely flee. While conspiracy theorists need to prove their explanation is not a theory, curiously, governments do not. The idea that the official version represents the facts is just a given. Unlike conspiracy theorists, they seem to be in the privileged position of being able to just offer up that version to the public, and it's automatically assumed that that represents the truth without having to prove any of it. The public will just lap it up. Governments don't have to do any of the work. Any of the questioning, the figuring out of the connections, the deep research. That's all on the conspiracy theorists. All an official explanation needs to be accepted as fact is to be offered to the public. No proof is required to promulgate it or to arrogantly dismiss an antagonistic viewpoint or its antagonists. Number 9. Go on conspiring. In the wake of an event that ends up giving rise to conspiracy theories, continue to flood the internet with preposterous, lunatic conspiracy theories and videos to confuse, divide and conquer. Governments wouldn't be able to hide behind that as a smokescreen, would they? And lastly, number 10. Don't even bother getting your story straight anymore. Like with the Bin Laden death hoax, change your outlandish story with its ridiculous scenarios and premises 4 times within 2 days, and then tell us all about the miraculous DNA evidence that you couldn't possibly have even had time to export to Pakistan, let alone do the lengthy DNA test itself in the cutting-edge DNA technology town of Abbottabad. You know that you can flood the internet with insane stories, knowing that conspiracy theorists will take up the slack and unwittingly do your work for you. And that work would be to sow confusion, uncertainty, a sense of great difficulty in choosing between the various possibilities, of knowing what is fact and fiction anymore, and to sow ultimately a sense of impotence. What greater sense of power can be generated by our rulers than convincing you, the sheeple, that you have none? The purpose is to create far too much investigative work for the average citizen who is not that determined to get to the bottom of things, and ultimately to nudge citizens in the right direction and persuade them that the official and far easier, if highly unlikely, version of events is the correct one. This, in a nutshell, dear naive people, is how they do it. This is Professor SpyraKon. You know it's the truth.